in just 5 steps. How would you feel if by the end of this video, you know how to create a course that you can proudly charge for and that your clients will happily pay for? Oh snap! Let me show you how. In psychology, there's this concept called self-signaling, where your body decides what's true about you based on your actions. Like how research shows you feel happier if you smile. Or power pose, anybody? That's why, even if you don't feel ready, the smartest thing you can do is to start creating your course right now. This will send a clear signal to your brain that you are going to get this done. But you don't want to think of your course as this overwhelming, huge product that you have to create. I don't know about you, but whenever I think like that, I get analysis paralysis and end up rewatching Chinese dramas that I've already seen 200 times. Instead, treat your course like a startup, which is basically what it is. The reason startups are able to move so quickly, aka make money fast, is because they ask, what is the least amount of effort product I can create to make the most amount of sales? This is known as an MVP, not most valuable player, although it kind of is. MVP here stands for minimum viable product. Whenever I share what I'm about to say next, people either love it or hate it. So let me preface this by telling you that I will never advise you to create a bad product. In fact, this will help you create the best product possible by not creating your entire course before you start selling. Yep, I said it. In fact, your course MVP needs just 3 things: the result, the first step, and the first module. That's it. If you know me, you know I will never tell you to do anything I haven't done myself. And this is exactly how I was able to go from no course to course complete in less than 3 months. Starting with this as your first step. Map out your MVP, the result, the first step, and the first module. Something I consider one of my greatest prides is that people who take my courses often tell me, this is the best organized course I have ever taken. And I'm about to let you in on my secret for how to do that. As Amazon founder Jeff Bezos likes to say, we start with what the customer needs and we work backwards. For a course, you've got to think about what a customer taking your course really needs. They don't need more information, they need transformation. Listen, any of us could find information on anything, but transformation, that's a little harder to come by. The simplest path to transformation: what does someone's life look like after taking your course? Then you work backwards. Reverse engineer the roadmap that your clients need to follow to make that happen. Ideally, your roadmap will have between 4 to 7 milestones. Those become your course modules. With that, you are done with step 2. High five. And guess what? Now you are ready to start selling your course. You've arrived. Remember, this is exactly what I personally did to sell out my own first course. And it's the reason that that course had a 95% success rate, where almost all of the clients were actively engaged and over 95% of them got the transformation that they wanted. That is unheard of. As counterintuitive as it might sound, this next step is the reason why I was able to do that. Because if you want to create a great course, and let's be honest, if you watch my videos and resonate with my values, you care deeply about excellence, then you've got to be willing to put aside your ego of wanting to have this perfect course created before you sell it. To quote speaking coach Ruth Sherman, book the gig, worry about it later, because no great product is created without the other half of the equation, your customers. When you sell your MVP, you not only get your course out much faster, but you're also able to learn in real time from your customers. That's how you create the best course the first time around as you deliver it to them. Because after the first module, you're gonna notice what your clients are struggling with, what they need more clarification on, and what they loved. That's my favorite part. In fact, be prepared to ask them outright, what worked, what didn't? I know this can feel really vulnerable because you're opening yourself up to criticism. I felt the same way. Honestly, I was so scared of asking for feedback after Module 1. But your clients are going to love that you're actually incorporating their feedback. And that's exactly what you're going to do as you build out Module 2. So that when you roll it out, your clients think that you're psychic and have read their mind because you are giving them exactly what they asked for. That is going to make your course so much more valuable and help them get so much better results. I think you'll find that the results far outweigh that feeling of vulnerability. So step 3 is one you can check off right now. Don't think about your course as a solo creation. Instead, think of it as a team effort and plan to co-create it with your customers. But be prepared, because most likely you'll find that your customers think and do things a little differently than you. In fact, count on it. Here's what I mean. When I first started teaching people how to get clients, I taught the exact same process that I had used myself, which meant that I did not create a website until I'd made over $20,000 in sales. That did not go over well, to put it mildly. My clients told me very passionately, it does not feel good to me to put myself out there without having a website first. Honestly, I was shocked and even hurt by how forceful some of the feedback was. I know I should have checked my ego by the door, but just be prepared in case that happens to you. However, it is gonna be okay, because they had a good point, which I hadn't even thought of. When you're first starting out, you're probably feeling a lot of fear and doubt. My clients were afraid that without a website, people wouldn't take them seriously. It's not that I didn't have my own fears when I started. I had plenty. It's just that mine were different, just as the way you think will be different from your customers as well. Thus, step 4. And what's coming to mind is one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite shows, SWOT. Stay liquid, fill in the gaps. Stay liquid. Honestly, I'm not completely sure that I understand it, but I'm pretty sure that it means to be flexible, go with the flow, and do what's needed. So that's what we're going with. But don't overdo it either. Because as a course creator, you have a lot of knowledge about the thing that you're teaching. And that knowledge, while awesome, can also be your downfall. I know that sounds melodramatic, but this is absolutely a case where you can have too much of a good thing. A lot of course creators mistakenly think the more information I put into my course, the more valuable it'll be. But in fact, it's exactly the opposite. What if I told you that I could help you get to your dream body and you had a choice? I could either help you do it over a year of daily, hourly workouts, or we could get it done with a few highly effective workouts in just 1 month. All other things being equal, I'm guessing the month sounds much more fabulous, right? No matter what you teach, your customers will feel the same way. The faster and the simpler you can help someone get what they need out of your course, as long as it's in integrity and feasible, the more valuable your course will be. That's why a lot of my flagship courses, while being very comprehensive and high value, contain videos that are mostly only 5 to 10 minutes long, because I've gone over that video script about 23,000 times to make it as concise as possible while giving my students exactly what they need. I've even had clients say, I cannot believe how much you're able to pack into such a short amount of time. Spoiler alert, it is not by accident, which leads us to step 5. Say less so your clients can get more. But first, you gotta actually get those clients. That's why in this next video, I share the exact strategy I used to sell out my very first course with $8,000 in sales, even though I had no audience and just an MVP. I will see you over there so we can get the ball rolling for your sales.